What's good, good people? We back again for another episode of the Family Bloodline Podcast. Yeah. You got Jay Glass the Movement and the podcast favorite homegirl, Wanda, in the
Hey,
building today.
what's on?
Yeah, so let's send a shout out to Kiana. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday for sure. Needed to start out by saying that. Also, hope everybody's been having a good day. Juan, how has your week been going?
It's been good. I can't complain too much. Nothing to complain about, honestly. It's been good. It's been a good week.
That's what's happening. How's the heat been out there?
Oh my God, it's ungodly.
yeah. Yeah.
Ungodly.
Yeah, it's been golly for like it feel like it's been bad for like 2 weeks.
Um, yeah. So
But
it's been bad for a little while. Because I prefer the heat. I'd rather be hot than cold. I hate being cold. So this is like my time of year. This is my time to shine. So spring, summer, fall, I'm good. I'm good with all that. It's that winter that I just cannot get with. But like this heat,
oh, hey,
it's
this heat is
godly. It is ungodly heat, and this is how I know I can't go to hell. If it indeed is an
look,
inferno down there, I will not make it. He
hey
would
this
send me somewhere else because he would get tired of me complaining, baby.
yeah this heat is disrespectful. I
So,
think the word that the news has been using is it's oppressive.
so right, my sister has not been out the house since it's been hot.
I,
We went last weekend. It was warm last weekend. We went peach picking. We went early in the morning that it wasn't like hot, but it was still hot, right? So everybody got on their sunscreen, got on baseball caps to protect, keep the melanin for the from the sun. Baby, when I say that heat was something wicked, it's
what's
that
going on?
we hi Uncle Randy that he oh, my package has been delivered.
Come on,
I got my
packages.
I know it's my second round of Black Girl vitamins. So oh yeah, I will be coming out with that review very soon. I'm gonna do it on here and I'm gonna do it on my personal page.
Okay, that's what's up.
So yeah, but yeah, the heat was heating, but we had a good time. It was all the fam was there. Everybody except for my brother because he's in North Carolina, but everybody
Yeah,
was there. We had a good time. Oh, my niece Adriana wasn't there either, but yeah, but it was a good time. We had a time. A time was had, and we picked peaches. I got some downstairs. I'm gonna make a peach dump cake at some point.
okay.
Don't know when, but I am. My
I love
daughter likes blackberries, so she picked a lot of blackberries, and yeah. But we went out to Eckert's and we did the picking of the. Yeah, you miss Eckert.
Miss Records. You said that name and I immediately got memories back. Like, God,
Yeah, Eckert's. Yeah, we went to Eckert's and excuse me, and yeah, we ate lunch. Had a good lunch there. So a time said, but it was hot. We went swimming after that though.
I bet. You got
Yep,
it.
dumped all this in the pool. It
But
was,
where did y'all go swimming?
huh?
Where'd y'all go swimming?
At my brother next door neighbor house.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what's
He
up.
got a in-ground pool, so
Okay.
we was over there chilling.
Got you. Got you.
It was a good.
My week has been wonderful.
I'm
Uh
sure. Care to share?
yeah, I've just been waking up.
Oh well, there we go.
I've been waking up. I got my kids as well. And
Mm,
I've been
there
like
for the
what
summer, right?
yeah, well, for the brief summer that they have, that's why getting them 11 days late is such an issue. But that's another story for another time. We'll talk
Right.
about it when you're here.
Right.
But hanging out with them, just in the house because it's too hot to go outside. So Bubby pressed me a couple days, like when it first we first got the heat wave.
Outside in the heat, man. We didn't come in. We drank from water hoses. We
Hey,
the fire hydrants. We went to doggone the what's that schoolyard? They had a sprinkler set up down there. We made the heat work for us.
yeah. But these kids are different. They built differently because
Mm.
they outside. They don't really go outside.
So what
So
you saying? What you saying? These kids are soft.
yeah, they skin is thin. They skin is real thin. They skin hella thin.
Oh my God. They need that. They need some vitamin D. They need to get outside.
I agree.
Drink
But
out the water hose.
right. So, but I let Bubby. He got a little buddy that stays across the street, a little guy named Ian.
Mhm.
And Bubby had been asking me, he would wake up, Dad, can I go hang out with Ian? Come on, big guy, you got to eat first. So get something to eat and then go see Ian.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then we started hitting the heat wave and he wanted to go outside. He was like, Dad, can I go outside and play with Ian? I was like, my man, it's 90 plus degrees outside. That's not a good look. You got to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just want to go out. Okay, I tell you what. You ain't finna get no fight out of your dad. If you don't want to listen to me, I'll tell you who's gonna teach a better experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead, go out with Ian, hang out, jump on the trampoline, get in the sprinkler, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, by the
out there with a bottle of water.
nah,
Okay. All right. Because we so we'll let experience tonight. That's what we did.
exactly. So
Okay.
Bubby went outside for a few hours, hung. I was watching him out the front door. I'm talking about you, man.
Mhm.
And he was across the street. I could see him on the trampoline. Him and his buddy jumping on the trampoline in the sprinkler system. They having a great time. Came in, looked at him, wasn't drinking no water, ate dinner. I was like, oh, okay, all right, well, take a shower, all the other good stuff. Next morning, my man's just burning up, hot, tired, all that.
Oh.
I said, yeah, that's what that heater do to you.
Yeah.
That's what that heater do. I've been trying to protect you and save your life, but no, don't listen to me. Go hang out in 90-degree weather. And you used to that.
Exhausted. The baby had heat exhaustion.
Yeah, and so I had to get them back right, get them Powerade with some vitamin C and a couple other things, and rested for most of the day. And then he finally got up and he understood. What you need, my man? Were you about to ask me a question? No. Oh.
He just couldn't see what you was doing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
And so, but yeah, that was his heat experience. Try what's happening, so. So let's go and get this party started, cousin. We short a family member, kind of short. He doing the right thing with Mama Bear. And
Yeah. They out having dinner.
man, I love it. I
don't know where they went though.
That's a good question. That's a damn good question.
Cool. I'll ask them. We had volleyball last night and we had a doubleheader. It was hot yesterday too. It was hot yesterday. We had, and it was hot even when we played at like 6. We played it at like 7 o'clock and it was close to 8 o'clock for our second game. It was still hot. Man, when I say exhausted this morning and I had to get up and do my mile and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That was the slowest mile and a half I ever done all summer. All this, like it was slow. It was a slow walk. But your girl got it in, trying to stay healthy and whatnot. But yeah. This heat is heating, so y'all stay hydrated out there. Drink your water.
Yeah.
And all your electrolytes and all that good stuff.
It's a must. Fortunately, next week the weather will be coming down. It'll be cooling down. We'll be in the mid to high 80s, and that feels a whole world different. It feels totally different.
Because this Midwest heat be steamy.
So
it's steamy.
All right. So, but let's go ahead and hop into it. Is love enough in a relationship? Is tonight's topic. is love enough in a relationship? And
Let's build.
how did you come up with that? Where did that come from? Because I was going a completely different way, but I liked what you were talking about. What do you?
No. Okay, because I be talking with the girlies and they be like, "Oh, well, he doesn't do this or that, but I love him so." Like, I'm like, do you love the idea of being with somebody, or do you just love, or do you love this person? Do you love the idea of not being alone? That you're willing to put up with stuff that are normally a non-starter.
That part right there, because that's a whole thing. That's a whole thing.
I mean, loving somebody is great, and it gets you to a good space, but it has to be more to make a relationship work. There has to be things like trust, and there has to be even companion, like friendship in a relationship. There's a lot of things that you need outside of love, because love don't pay the bills, and that's one thing for sure. Two things for certain. And so you got to be able to communicate, and I mean communicate effectively, because the people can just be talking, and a lot of stuff can be being said, but nobody hear anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We hear it every day from this current administration.
Oh, child. I don't even have the bandwidth for that today. I really don't. I do not have the bandwidth for that. Madness.
I had to take
what do you think? Do you think love is enough for a relationship?
I think there's multiple different things that have to be actually defined.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer the root question, it's hard. I don't.
It's a tough question, because there's a lot that ties into love that you have to have. But
is it love, or is it settling in some situations? Like you was just saying, like your girlfriend, like, and I think you summed it up absolutely perfectly. Is it that they are more caught up in the idea of not being alone, of not alone, that keeps them in the relationship? It's not so much that they are in so much love with the person that they're with, but they're afraid of being by themselves, right? So,
yeah, because I mean, if you take a look at this, I get it. Because if in this dating pool that's out here, I get it. I mean, because if you got somebody that you pretty solid with, y'all solid. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna be perfect, but y'all solid and y'all got each other. I see why not getting back out here would be, you don't want to get out that comfort zone, because what the fuck?
Yeah, it's trash.
like
it's all trash. I've been watching, like, I watch a lot of stuff happening out here in these dating streets, and people are straight trash. Like and I can't even just say it's women. It's the goals for that both men, the expectations that both men and women are trying to put on each other nowadays is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I agree. Everybody wants to be kept, but nobody wants to keep.
Right. And I think, and I can blame a little bit of that on social media, and then I also blame a little bit of that on everybody's delusions, because people only see the edited portions of relationships online. They don't.
Definitely not gonna get on there and be like, I just had to yoke this nigga up because he said such. But you're gonna definitely see them pictures of us on vacation, smiling and loving and hugging on each other.
Right. And nobody knows that, you know what, I might have to sleep on the couch tonight because I don't even like this motherfucker right now.
Absolutely.
So I think people have become so much more delusional in their expectations of other folks, because like some of the stuff that social media outlines. So my topic was going to be about Cardi B and her song Outside, but listen to some of the lyrics in that. Like those are false expectations. Right? If a dude thinks that he finna get with a chick
I think I heard it a couple times. I
Oh,
didn't like
it,
dig into it, but see what I did there? Stefan Diggs. But
ah.
I didn't I didn't really get into it, but I have heard it. And I be like, well, I mean, she's an artist. And I mean, I'm sure that's not how she looks because I'm almost positive that's not how she is in her real relationship. And I know, like, even when she was with Offset,
Man's upset. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
in Offset, beg my pardon. She was there like I feel I because she's a Libra and we are definitely those ride or die chicks. We gonna be down for you like 4 flat tires until you show us that we can't be. And then we're gonna make you sick. We gonna have you going back to your mama with your teddy bear and your pillows. Cause that's the type of time we be on. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you.
Well, sometimes it got to be like
Libra. I'm telling you, that's that energy. She's giving straight Libra energy right now. She tried to love that man beyond trying to love that man, and he wasn't accepting it. So what is she to do? What is she to do?
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you on that part at all. I'm just talking about the song outside and the how it's making people delusional.
Okay. What part are you talking about? Because like I said, I haven't heard it. I've listened to it, but I have not. I mean, I've heard it, but I have not listened to it.
Well, it's not just that song. It's a bunch of different artists.
So break it down for me.
Yeah.
And
so
I break it down for you in women terms.
All right. So the I'll talk about the delusion from men from the men standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Because what a lot of the songs that men are hearing and listening to and digesting, and I don't even, it's hard for me to say it's men listening to that because a lot of men won't listen to it on like just on a continuous basis because it's trash. Whatever it is.
Okay.
But a lot of the stuff that men are saying that these guys are saying in their rap songs, it's not about the type of woman that you want to have around, that you want to keep around. It's about a throwaway, a jump off, a quick let me get in and get out. So there's no relationship that's ever established.
Mm-hmm.
So guys are going into they're in this dating pool expecting what these dudes are probably seeing on some type of a porn site, having a fantasy about, thinking and expecting something from the woman that he or the young lady that he's engaging with. And when it doesn't meet those expectations, well, then now it's an issue. Whereas he never actually took the time to see who this young lady was, if she was comfortable doing any of the stuff that the music and the songs and all this other foolishness is talking about, because she might not be down for that type of stuff. But instead of giving it a second and trying to explore that, these false expectations are pushing forward, and the narrative of love is always missed. So I think a delusional thought on the side of men to go into a lot of this stuff with those false expectations. And then when you start telling them, hey, bro, that ain't what time it is, right? If you want it to be just to jump off, or if it's just going to be for fun, then you need to let them know that's what it is. If it's not going to be something you into, don't insert yourself in that situation in that manner, because you're gonna get upset with her. Then she's gonna be all types of things outside of a child of God because your feelings got hurt.
Yeah.
So give yourself realistic expectations. Turn the music off. Turn off all those external influences just for a little bit, and actually jump in and figure out who somebody actually is outside of the persona or what social media is showing and telling people what is supposed to happen, because that shit is false.
Yeah.
That's just from the man's side. That's from my opinion.
Okay. Yeah. And I think like now, like you said, like social media plays a very big part in, expectations in relationships. Everybody's vacating, they on they vacays, and everybody can't afford it. Some of us can go to Kansas City. Some of us can only go 4-5 hours away. Everybody can't hop on a plane and go somewhere else. But if a can't give you that, if he can't flew you out, it's a problem. If he can't flew you out right away, like but why in your right mind you going out of town with somebody you only know 3 months? Let's talk about that.
Yikes.
I'm not going nowhere with nobody I've known 3 months. I don't know you like that. I know you ain't gonna try to skin me and wear my skin and put the lotion on. How do I know?
Right.
I'm not trying to have nobody flew me out. I'm like, you want to fly me out? Can my sister come? I'm somebody coming with me that I trust.
And more than likely,
you gonna fly me and my sister out?
No, I ain't gonna fly her out. You know, you supposed to be coming out here to kick it with me.
Nope, that's not happening. I'm not. And if I can't buy my own plane ticket back, I'm definitely not going. Because what if I don't like you?
That part too.
So these expectations are crazy.
Yeah.
And then and I'm not going nowhere if I don't love you. And let me put that out there. I might like you a lot, but that's a lot of money to just be going to see somebody I like a lot.
It is. And again, these cats be having the wrong expectations just because they didn't flew you out. You know, now they feel obligated.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like you owe them something because they offered you something. And so this is the setup, right? This is something that I heard these cats are doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to rent vehicles. They're getting Airbnbs. They fly out and they putting on for the time. And when the expectations don't go their way, you know, then the young lady's stuck because he got his feelings hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So here go Heather.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Hello.
up?
Hi. Welcome in.
Here go Heather.
Hey.
Hello. You want to chime in on the subject?
Here go Heather.
Some more. Hello. You want to chime in on the subject?
Oh, we got feedback.
Is your phone?
You gotta turn the volume down on something.
On one of the.
Yeah, and then you got. So try to unmute yourself, Heather. Yeah, and then you got.
Okay, maybe I should exit and then come back in.
No, you gotta something's turned up. You got volume turned up on something. Yeah, and then you.
Okay, maybe I should exit and then come back in.
No, you gotta something's turned up. You got volume turned up on something. Yeah, and then you.
Okay, maybe I should exit. Okay, I'm gonna exit. Go grab my headphones.
You gotta something's turned up. Volume turned up on something. All right, sound like a plan. So
but let's say you got this person. He's able to fly you out, and y'all in this relationship. Now y'all in this relationship for a minute. Y'all in it. Now y'all like each other a lot. Y'all love each other. And something happens to where he's unable to do the things he was doing at first. He's not able to fly you back and forth and things like that. Are you still going to make a way to go see this person because you love them? Or is it going to be over because he can't do the stuff he could do no more?
It's going to be done. According to their standards nowadays, it's going to be done.
But is that love, though? Because love should be able to withstand all of that. Y'all will make it work.
But okay, so that goes back into hopefully you can hop on, Adriana. Hop on and give us your take on it. But see, again, that goes back into actually laying like real definitions, honest definitions about different things. Mm-hmm. Because if we go with just a vague statement of, well, that's, love is supposed to ellipses, ... Mm-hmm. Well, then there's no real set boundary on said love, right? Because love ain't going to just let you, first off, love ain't finna go upside your head.
That's
right?
True.
Love.
I've heard that. He just loved me so much.
Well, I mean,
he loved me so bad.
Caught me off guard.
What? What are you saying? Baby girl, no.
What?
It ain't that much. He just get a little jealous sometimes because he loves me so much. He don't want nothing to happen to me. He is what's happening to you, baby girl.
Every day.
He is what's happening to you.
And so
That's not love.
we have
But
to
they
like,
think that's love.
yeah. And people
Don't
have, so
jealous over me that you feel like you need to put your hands on me. Please. That's not
define,
safe for nobody.
it is not. It is not. So defining and establishing those boundaries. Where does love look like? Where does it stop? Where does it start? And how do we define this as a couple if that's where we're going?
Ready? Okay, there she go. I like give us a thumbs up when you're ready to hop on. Okay.
All right, we got you now, Heather. You're good.
I figured it out. I had
Okay.
YouTube playing in the background.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You gotta turn the volume down on something.
I gotta figure it out. I'm
That's
there
all.
though.
We got you. So what's your take on? Actually, let me introduce you before we just hop in. Actually, you can introduce yourself. You grown.
I don't know. I feel like I'm nobody. So just
We're all somebody.
yeah, we're
Mm-mm.
all somebody. But I mean, you know,
We don't
after you
appreciate
told me about this subject, I was like, well, I don't know anything about love. So
Well, no, I disagree with that.
Why do you feel that way?
I know what it's not. I know what it's not.
Okay, well then, if you know what it's not, you can surmise of what it is. We can get the in betweens, right? We can read between the lines. So if you've been in darkness all your life, you know what light is because you understand what the darkness is. And when something outside of that, external from that, actually comes in and influences it, and you can see something and you see shadow and you see grays, well then now you know that this is opposite of what you're used to. So you know one part of it, and we can read between the lines and understand and filter out what you're saying based off of where you are, since you think you don't know something. But go ahead.
Wait, what am I going into? Just what I think it is, or is
Well,
love enough?
yeah, your opinion. Is love enough in a relationship?
You know, I came to an epiphany the other day. I swear I decided that I figured out the meaning of life.
Oh,
And yeah, I
we
don't
start.
know.
Yeah,
It sounds like a big deal. But then at the same time, it was very simple. I was just like, um, it the meaning of life is love and to find love. Like that's the greatest thing in the world. Like I think that you don't realize how important it is until you don't have it. And so um that's kind of where I arrived at that. It was just like, all this time like I felt like I didn't want it or I didn't like it wasn't important, like, oh, okay, love, blah, blah. But now that I don't have it, now I'm just like, that's the only thing that's important in the world, which is a weird thing to say.
Mm.
So I don't know, everything just kind of circles back because like your whole life, that's really all you're doing. You're just trying to find that acceptance, companionship, love. Like I don't know how to say it without saying love, I guess. But I
sure.
feel like that is the whole purpose of life is just being able to experience that feeling. Like it's just so important.
Mm.
What got
Maybe
you
not
to that?
necessarily where you getting it from.
Yeah, what got you to that spot? What brought you to that place?
It was just a really dark place, a really dark place. And it was I don't know. It was a dark place, but it just felt like, you know what? That's the meaning. Like
She'll pop
Okay.
back on.
I guess that you're searching after people once you don't. Yeah, I don't know. Did it cut out?
A little bit for a little bit, but you pop back in.
You cut out
Oh,
on us,
okay.
but you
Oh,
back
okay.
now.
Good.
So
Yeah.
in a relationship, since you understand what it feels like not to have it now, what define it a little bit more, put some more texture on it. Like what are the boundaries of it? Is because with like what we were just talking about, can you say that it's love if somebody's beating your face in? Can you say that it's love if somebody's stepping out on you every night? Can you say that it's love if somebody is abusing you financially? Can you
Mm.
say that it's love if somebody is overly uh into you? Like what I mean by that is the zealous love, the dangerous aspect of love. Like, where you been? Well, I just used the bathroom. Why were you gone so long? I didn't hear your stomach hurting. Are you? What's going on? What's wrong? What's the problem? Did I say something to upset you? Do you want me to bake you some cookies? You want me to go get you something? Right? That overzealous aspect of like
Mhm.
put some texture to it. What is your definition? And what are the boundaries to it?
Right here.
For me, it's I've decided like that was the one reason I ended up leaving the previous relationship. I wanted something to where I felt like I could be 100% authentic, like me. So I just wanted to do the things that I wanted to do, and if I didn't want to do it, I wanted to feel safe to say that I don't want to do it. And I wasn't getting that, so I just wanted to be me, just authentic. Like if I'm not always in a good mood. I'm not always happy or sad. Like not. I just wanted to be normal, like just me, and feel no pressure for being that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I feel like that's a good place. Like if you can find somebody who, you know, that you can just and and I hate to like when it comes to relationships and trust and people and how they feel about other the other somebody impeding on your relationship, I think that you can't get caught up on another person, right? If a person's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. But if I can only be me and I can do the things that I can do to carry on this relationship,
Mm-hmm.
people are going to do what they're going to do. I think it's human nature. I don't think that as much as cheating is the worst and it hurts and it sucks. It's hard for me to say that I think that that's part of human nature. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that we were designed to be uh,
Monogamous?
monogamous. I do not think that we were designed that way.
Interesting.
Because and I say that from like I think our sexual desire is more powerful than um your
Oh,
desire to just be with one person.
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, there's
That's
also been times where
definitely
I'm
have to
just
be
like,
a subject for another time. I like that one. I like
yeah,
that.
just
That's
I don't know.
interesting.
I think that mankind put those boundaries on us. I mean, I have been in like when I was in my first, in my marriage, I never thought about another person. I thought he was the most attractive person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, there's nobody compete with him. Like he was everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know when that switched. I don't know, but now that I
Yeah,
think about it, I don't
I
think that.
understand that. I do. I get that. I sometimes think like you don't know when things switch, and then you start thinking about what you really want and need more. Because I mean,
Mhm.
I think in any relationship, the first while it's a whole fairy tale. It's everything that you want. It's everything that you need. And this is all you're thinking about. This is all you're pouring into. But then you find there are other things outside of that that pour
Mhm.
into you and make you full.
okay.
Does
Yeah.
that
No, yeah, I agree. I
So
and
and
I you know what? Now that you're saying that out loud, I think that that's when things started to change for me towards the end of the marriage was I wanted to be mentally stimulated, and I wasn't getting that.
yes.
You know what I mean? It wasn't where our whole relationship for me was just all sexual, and I craved that. That was my love language. That's how I
What's your sign?
yeah, that's I don't understand anything else other than that, and so it was like, if I'm not getting that, then for me, you're telling me that you don't love me, or
I
I don't
get
know, and
it.
that's how
I get that. When is your birthday?
March 6th, I'm a Pisces.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. They are very affectionate people.
Um,
One of my good coworkers, she's a Pisces and she's very, very she like oozes love. Like that's
right.
physical touch is her thing. Is like it's her like that's how you show her like we literally have to hug every day or she feels
Yeah.
like that
something's
okay
off.
yeah something's off. Like I
Yeah.
hug them every day and
Well, I don't
like
like that, but
like no she like literally like she's like very affectionate, and she's just a loving and outgoing person. But I just feel like when your person loves you and your love language is physical touch or whatever, they're gonna do that to make sure that you feel loved. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, I don't feel like doing that today. I'm not gonna do it."
Right.
But when you're feeling empty and you need that touch or whatever it is, they're gonna do it. Even though love will make them do it, even if they don't feel like it. Love pushes you when you don't feel like doing something. You be like, you know what? It's not that serious. I'll put this to the side and make this work. Because when I'm not 100%, which I'm never 100%, I'm gonna need to be what I'm lacking. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely.
So if I'm at 70%, I need you to be that 30. If I'm at 30%, I need you to be that 70.
Right.
I think men and women, we experience or we define love in a general sense differently based off of gender, and then and individually, of course, it's another different thing. And I think our language, we don't do a good job with putting definition to the word. That's why it's always hard for the English people who speak English primarily to describe the actual love. Like in
Mhm.
Greek, they've got 6 different versions of the word, and they all mean something different.
Mhm.
It's different characteristics of it. And so that's why I keep saying, like, I think we have to define what love you're talking about, because is love enough in a relationship? No, it's not. Love is not enough in a relationship.
Any relationship, that's friendship,
Yep.
spouse relationships, family relationships.
Mm.
That's with any type of relationship, because you're not just gonna let somebody keep shitting on you when you're just steady, trying to love. When you're
Yeah.
when you're giving your all and they're just taking, taking, taking. If everybody just keep taking, you have nothing left to give
Yeah. And so for men,
and take.
yeah, for men, um, love is more of a physical thing when it comes to our partner.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a physical thing. So when I say physical, I don't mean just the getting down to it, right? The pounding ground, the ground to pound. That's not all I'm saying. But it's having the presence of somebody, or kind of like what you were describing. Damn, what y'all got?
I don't know. That's love though, because I ain't even.
I wish I had some love. Who walking by me?
This one
Man.
is from it's a cider from Eckerd's.
Oh man, with some vodka.
Mm-mm.
Damn.
I don't drink like that during the week. I gotta work tomorrow.
Uh, Travis, I thought you was gonna hop on tonight, because
That's definitely love.
right. Well, for men, it's because we have a certain segment of vulnerability that we will express to different people, and depending on that amount of vulnerability that we're willing to express,
Mhm.
you will be able to see and understand the type of love that we have or give for you. If it's just a person that we see on the street, it's just like, hey, what's happening? How you doing? Or if it's somebody that we're intimate with or close to, we have strong familial ties, right? Like cousins. It's cuz I'm so happy to see you. I missed you, and we have a vulnerability that we're willing to lean into. For our partner, it's being able to fart and laugh, or give you, and it depends on it.
Your parts are killer. Your parts are horrible.
I've
Don't
been,
put him on blast.
hey, I've been rocking my kids. I am not embarrassed.
His parts are the absolute worst.
No, we did 17 years. Never did that in front of each other.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Never.
Yeah, how
Never.
y'all being, and that's
How?
I think one time I was pregnant and I couldn't escape. I couldn't run. And it slipped. But hell
that's
no.
Yeah, that's how you know y'all didn't love each other. Because if y'all ain't fought in front of each other,
Yeah, no.
I swear, at least every other night, my husband fought on me when he sleep. I'm like, dude.
yeah that
I just roll my ass back over and go back to sleep.
so, And so at that point, it becomes it's kind of like, are you in a relationship out of convenience, or Wanda? Y'all had me thinking about Maya. Like Wanda has said, put you on, fam. I got you, cuzzo. I'm gonna give you the link again. I'm finna post it on Facebook. Um, like you were saying, Wanda, because women aren't the only ones that have this fear of being alone. Men have the same thing, and we are at the opposite spectrum of it. We are afraid of being alone so much that we seek out more than what we actually need.
Mm.
A lot of times that commits, we overcommit to different people in various different ways, and we find ourselves in bad situations.
Mm.
Honest truth. And that's not an excuse for it by any means. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just giving some understanding about it. But we become overzealous, overcommitted to not that fear of being alone. We're driven to be with somebody, because being with people, being with a woman for us helps provide a sense of purpose, direction, and guidance.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it helps us with. And when we don't have that foundation, or if it's perverted, we will over commit to it, and we got to find different ways and different aspects of getting that and trying to satisfy that urge. But and then, even with that being said, a lot of times we just don't know ourselves either.
Yeah, I found myself getting upset with my spouse because I'm like, you're not vulnerable. I don't feel like you're vulnerable enough. I need you to give me more. I don't feel like, because I feel like where we were, how long we been married? 9 years ago is not where we should still be 9 years later. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I feel like we should be further along. Like, you should be able to, like, say when you're scared, or say that you don't have something, and I can, let me help you. You don't feel like you need to, let me help you. Don't feel like you have to carry the load alone. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And I feel like that lack of vulnerability is a problem, and it causes problems. So let's say, for instance, just, hypothetically, let's say you're struggling to pay a bill. Mm-hmm. We both live in this home. We're both using everything in this home. Why are you not able to come to me and be like, hey, I'm going to need help? Well, why do I have to ask you, is everything cool? Do you need anything? I don't want to have to do that. I want you to be able to come to me and tell me when something's wrong so we can fix it together.
Well, it's a point of, and it's,
that's stupid. I know what you're going to say, and it's stupid.
That's not stupid.
It's not, because oftentimes what women often do is we have to figure out how to hear and listen to what y'all are saying. But generally speaking, that's not a reciprocated type of thing, right? So when y'all are talking to us, and you're talking to us, and you're talking to us, and you get upset, and you be like, you just don't hear me. You don't hear me. That's a very relevant point. In as much as saying that, there are various times where women don't hear men. And so when we're trying to express something to you, you're not hearing us. And so that point of,
what up, Trev?
Hola.
That point of actually trying to interact, it's lost. And once we lose faith, a little faith that you're not going to hear us, our conversation shifts, and we don't spend time on trying to make you hear us. We're just trying to resolve the issue at that point. And so if a man
issue is to tell me what it is that you need.
Well,
you ain't heard nothing he said, because y'all don't listen to men half the time.
I heard everything that Trav. Don't do that.
Listen, I go through this with my wife all the time when we got to try to have a discussion. Anytime we talking and whatever, I might be expressing what's wrong with me, that shit get flipped back like I'm the problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now sometimes when y'all say things, I can admit that we hear something different. I can admit that. And it's like videos going around right now, because husbands, like, they ask their spouse, they're like, so what do you hear when I say I need some alone time? I just need a minute. And she'll put back and say, oh, you don't want to be with me no more. You don't love me. When all this is asking for, and like literally, like for real, like, and I understood, like when I saw that, I was like, damn, is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's crazy. That,
And
hey,
it
That's
is
human
like,
nature. That's human nature for people to take everything personal. We only live in our own bubble, and so it's hard for us as humans just to make just separate you and I, right? So everything you if you said something sideways and maybe you meant it, I would automatically like, oh, she obviously meant that towards me because she must. I mentioned I was divorced, so she obviously knows. Like, you know what I mean? Because I just made it about me. When you have no idea who I am, right? So
right.
it
Yeah.
was, but it's just I feel like that's human nature for us to naturally try to because we just live in our own world, our own bubble, and everything's about me, right? That's just our nature.
That's why love is so hard. Relationships are so hard is because they're two individual people who decided to either get married or spend time together or devote one another to each other.
Mhm.
And that's why it's so hard to last long in relationships when you continue to have that bubble or that universe revolving around you and you're not able to set down your ego and listen to what the other person is saying, right? Instead of sometimes we try to fix things or we take it personal and we don't know how to take constructive criticism from our own person. And if on the other flip side
Oh,
is
oh
how
yeah.
are you actually telling this person that you have a problem with what they're doing or how to resolve it without making it seem like they're the problem? Because that's the other way, right? The conversation isn't always going to be diplomatic. So that's why relationships are so hard, because at one point you do have to be able to set down your ego and say, all right, I am the problem right now. And if
mm,
I care about this person, how am I going to fix it? And what do I have to do to show them or to prove to them? Like, what does that look like? It looks different for every relationship.
No self-awareness. That's all I'm saying.
I'm,
You
I'm,
know,
I'm finna
emotional intelligence and self-awareness.
I'm
Yeah.
finna get one of these for saying that because yes, I barely
That
hear.
brings us to the question, like, so me and I think that you need more than love for a relationship. What do y'all think? Do you need more than love for a relationship?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because you can love, like you all were talking about earlier, the love comes in different sizes. It comes in different intensities. You love your children.
Mhm.
You're willing to die for your children. You love your brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews. You love your friends, but
Mhm.
not everybody you're willing to give your life up for. And even the person that you love, sometimes it's not that you wouldn't die for them, but why we gotta die, you know?
That part. That part.
And you were saying something earlier when I first jumped on about the love shouldn't hurt, right? I was in that relationship before too, and there's reasons why people don't get out of it.
Yep.
And a lot of times it's because there's a vulnerability and a manipulation and that other person who's a predator, you know, like they've done this before. But then I've
Mhm.
also met a man who now talks about domestic violence because he was the perpetrator. He was the violent one, and that's what he learned as he grew up until he had to take himself from that relationship.
Somebody got a hotline.
Yeah, Travis House.
But again, that's self-awareness, right? That's saying, hey, I'm the problem. What am I going to do to fix it? And then actually commit to not making those mistakes over and over again, breaking the cycle.
Travis,
Yeah,
what
and
you
I-
gonna say? I got you on mute. You got to unmute yourself, cuz you got to unmute yourself.
That was my doorbell. I'm sorry.
That's a
Why
nice
you
doorbell.
got rich people doorbell?
That's
That's
a
a
nice
fancy.
doorbell.
That's a fancy ass doorbell. Like, what the hell you need all that doorbell for?
Right. I thought was that MC? Was MC coming up over?
All that for the pizza guy.
I don't know. He don't get back off work till close to 9, so
Oh,
probably
okay.
not.
All right. So Travis, you said love is not enough for a relationship, right?
So what else do you
No.
need? What else do you need in your relationship
That's the question.
outside of love?
What I need more.
Y'all go ahead.
I don't think a lot of women give men the attention that they need, as far as when taking care of everything, the stress that we have to deal with,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that gets some. But I'm not gonna say everybody, but in some relationships, that get overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
So men don't feel appreciated, and that's probably like a lot of reason why a lot of men cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
But that temporary attention.
Satisfaction, yeah, attention,
Yeah.
satisfaction, whatever.
Even though
But-
like that's crazy though, because even though y'all know it's temporary, y'all still do it. That's wild to me.
But because we're thinking with our head and not our head,
Mm-hmm.
if that
But
makes sense.
that's not. I wouldn't say that that's a valid excuse because it just as and I see what you're saying. Trust me, I swear I'm more of a man. I was born my last life with a man. But what I'm saying is, you know, men don't give women just as much attention. It goes both ways, and I think it just comes down to like it needs you need communication. You know, it's just like when you guys go on vacation and everybody has the expectations, and you come back from vacation, everybody was pissed because nobody communicated. Hey, on vacation, this is how I envision it going. What do you envision going, right? That way you guys can get on the same page. Otherwise, well, I just assumed he was going to take me on a date, or him, I just assumed she was going to do this to me, you know, because nobody communicated any of that. You went in with your own picture of how vacation was going to go, and in the end you guys end up getting a divorce because vacation was horrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
It comes down to that. Like you have to communicate, and I think that's above everything. Like you have to be on the same playing field, and if you're not, what are those boundaries? Do we know each other's boundaries, you know?
That's
So
yeah.
yeah, I think you need to have set boundaries and good communication.
I
And
agree.
you got it, and you have to be able to spice up certain things in your life. And I'm not just talking about sex. I'm talking about far as what you're doing and what you're not doing. Like if you know you're not going out dating still, and you need to kind of rekindle what you had in the beginning to make you fall in love with that person. So you
Yeah,
have to
that's
do that too. If you're not,
absolutely an effort.
yeah, it's one of those things to where when you start a certain thing, you kind of got to keep it up, because if you don't, then
Yeah, that's when you lose
it
it.
can
Like,
go left.
still like me? When was the last time he took me out? Or when was the last time he told me I was like me personally, I'm a physical touch person. If you don't touch me when you walk past me, I feel like something wrong. I'm like, damn, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, if you didn't slap my ass, well,
Something ain't
I'm
right.
upset.
Like,
That's what
oh,
I'm talking
that
about.
other bitch ass, it ain't me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You know, that's
you're
me.
obviously fucking somebody else.
Obviously.
Wow.
That's
Keep that in
like
mind,
literally in my head. It's crazy as shit. And I know it sounds crazy as hell, but that's how I feel.
Okay.
I'm like, what the like? Oh, you must have grabbed enough asses today. You ain't walking around here grabbing my ass, huh? That's what, and mind you, this man done been at work 12 hours.
Those are called insecurities.
It is, and I mean, and y'all got them too.
Yeah, absolutely. Because let me get my haircut, and my lady don't say you need to send me a picture. I'm be like, hey, who you been looking at? You better ask me if you want. I'm gonna send. You know what? Let me send you this picture. You better say something. I better get a heart emoji. A
You
little
better
touch.
heart it.
Haircuts are important to y'all men. The compliments after a haircut are very important. Say that I have noticed that.
Yeah, I think at the very least, you just need to notice that they got their haircut. At the very least, you just need to notice that they got their. I'm like, oh, excuse me. I'm like, oh damn, you got your haircut. It looks good. I'm
Yeah,
like,
my
oh,
haircut. I get noticed on haircuts because I don't get them. My hair quit growing and shit, so I gotta let it go 3-4 weeks before I go get a haircut. So when I go get her haircut, she makes sure she say something.
or if y'all change up y'all cologne or whatever, we have to notice like all that little stuff. But like I feel like when I go get my hair done and he don't say nothing, I'm like, damn, you don't like my hair? I spent all this money, all this time in this shop. You don't like, oh, it looks nice. That's all you got to say?
Yeah.
3 hours and $100 later, that's all you got to say to me? I'm about to flip all this shit over.
Because you fucked up.
Throw the whole man away. You didn't like my haircut.
I'm about to flip all this shit over. What the fuck?
I tell Martell don't give you no more of that glass, whatever.
Hey, whatever you get, whatever.
No, it's not, no, I'm not. Literally, I'm sipping this. I still got a whole glass left. It's not that. This is just me. It's me all the time. I promise.
Heather and Adri, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing for the 4th?
We're gonna go to the on post thing.
Oh, okay.
I also live in this same dump.
It's not.
I also have no life.
Well,
I shall live through you guys.
Well, all y'all in the military?
Listen, okay, my husband likes to stay local. You know, he doesn't. He likes to be here. So, and that's another point, right? Like y'all talked about dating. Y'all talked about all this other stuff. When we met each other, he always likes to act like I'm a cougar because I'm only 2 years older than him. All right.
Me too.
But I met him after being like in a cage for like years. And so we met at the club. We partied a lot when we were dating. We would kill a fifth of Patron every time we would meet. He had a wall in his room when I would come visit. He had a wall of all the Patron bottles that me and him marked together.
Oh, that's cute.
Right? Oh, alcoholism is so sweet. We were alcoholics. We could just
I was making memories.
But my point is we outgrew that stage, right? We outgrew that stage of clubbing. We outgrew that stage of being around our friends all of the time. And now we're very, very content when we're by ourselves. I'm the butterfly out of the two of us. So, you know, when I want to go somewhere, he doesn't give me a hard time. But I also have to remember that sometimes, you know, like it could be a lot. So I have to like temper my own, you know, outings and things like that, just to make sure that I'm not making him feel like I'm ignoring him. So like it is, you just really have to know your person, and you just really have to have that communication and you know, just think about them, be considerate. There's times when it's going to be okay. And then there's other times when I'm like, damn, my job is very demanding. So if that one little time that I have, I don't spend with him, then that's sending the wrong message. So you just have to, you know, how you have to know your person. You just have to communicate.
I agree with
Good compromise.
Yeah, it's not about asking for permission. It's, are you going to be okay if I do this? Is it going to be all right? You have plans. Are you going to be fine with this? You know what I'm saying? I used to hate that in the beginning. I'm telling you, because of my ex, I was really, really adamant. Like, the next person that I'm with is going to be like, they can't tell me shit. I'm going to do what I want to do. I was really, really, really hard for me to start being that compromising person. Like, he helped me grow into a better partner, vice versa too. But still, like, it's a very, very tough to have a good, lasting, healthy relationship.
I just feel like if men were just more vulnerable, relationships would go a whole lot better. I'm just saying.
That's not true.
But
Then you try to run.
Some women are mean, though. Some women are mean, right? Some women were born around people who said that men cannot be like this, they can't be sensitive and all these other things. So sometimes that turns them off, right? And so they think that they want a thug. They think that they want someone who's hard, who and can't be vulnerable. So, you know, we're just two different species. We're the same, right? We're all Homo sapiens, but we're all different. Like, we are, women and men are different. That's just the way it is.
And that's what I say. Like, we are very vulnerable if you hear what we're saying.
They
So
don't listen.
if you stand in a circle and you listen to what we're talking about, right? Like next week when y'all come out here and we just talking, the dudes are just talking. You'll hear us being vulnerable, but it's going to go over people's heads.
Then you don't hear me saying, y'all stupid. No, I'm joking.
I know, because we communicate differently, right? It's not just what the verbal communication is. It's a look. It's like, good. You know, I went out with old girl last time and good.
Okay, like, what y'all friends of? It's a whole TikTok trend going around saying like a dude will call his best friend like, I just wanted a good night.
Oh,
And
Lord,
dude out on him. Like, what? Why is that a big deal for you to tell your friend good night?
man, I'm not telling my homeboy no good night. That's shit I say to my kids.
Right.
So
On my-
hey,
on my wife.
let's say y'all out and y'all party and y'all about to part ways. Like, all right, you have a good night. Have
That's
a good
good.
rest of the
Love
night.
you.
What's
That's
wrong with that?
That's
Yeah,
totally
they
different.
like I just literally found out that they don't tell their friends that they love them either.
Oh,
No,
that's not true.
not true.
You
at
tell your friends you
No,
love them.
I tell like my best friends, but ones I've been kicking it with for like 20 years or whatever.
Yeah.
I always tell them I love them. They like
Yes.
brothers to me.
Yes.
Literally. Okay, so my husband has these two. He only got two friends, but it's okay. Those are my
Your
brothers.
husband, your husband different.
He's so different. He's so different. He's very different. But that's okay. That's all right. I love that different.
No, we don't. You different.
Hey, don't do my baby. Y'all
It's
get off
Uncle
him.
Elvis' child.
What does that even mean, bro? What does that even mean?
And back to the comment. I'm gonna tell you something, my Uncle Elvis. Just speaking, I'm gonna tell you one thing he told us a long time when we were kids, when we was teenagers. He told all us. He said, "Man, if you can't fart in front of your woman, she don't love you no way."
She don't love you no way.
I remember him telling me that just like he was sitting there
My
next to
dad's
me.
also disgusting, just like y'all. So
I'm
he's
just, you know,
also
I'm just-
disgusting, but it's okay.
that's what I learned it from.
Said that. He's
And I'm
so
glad that man has been married for 30 plus years.
So it got to have some truth to it.
that's why Heather said, well, how long? 17, 12, 17
No,
years?
it's 17.
No.
You married
Never.
17 years,
Mhm.
and y'all didn't.
We
y'all
never
didn't-
farted. Never. Never.
Neither one of y'all.
How did he hold it
Never.
in? I know men's like men buttholes are not.
Man, you gonna be mad.
He's
at me.
very clean. He's just,
I'm-
I don't know.
I'm
He's very
clean too, but
particular about it.
if it come out right then, it just come out right then. I'm
She gonna
sorry.
have to get that work. She
You
gonna
gotta
have to.
get that work.
The kids would hear it too. Like the kids would, they'd
Hey,
be like
I
telling them
don't
something.
kids either. Like my kids know. My
My,
kid was
my uncle JB, he was king of. He didn't care who was
my God.
around, and to blame it on you, like who did?
I don't know. I'm a fan. I'm glad I didn't have to do it. I'm glad I didn't have to hear or live in it. Or I never even ever smelled his fart. Never.
That's
I've never
crazy.
smelled any of his farts.
That's the reason why y'all not married.
No.
There's something. Evidently, there's something in
Because-
part.
No, I say this.
I
No, in all seriousness, I say this because y'all not being open with each other totally. You have to be. You gotta be open. Like,
People are just not comfortable with farts. Period.
man, you live with this person. You sleep in the same bed with this person. Y'all share the same toilet, shower, all kinds of stuff.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
like I know in the beginning of my relationship, I used to like wait like hella to like use the bathroom. Like if I like we'd be hanging out like, oh my God, my stomach hurts so bad.
Yeah, we would say things like that. Like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and
I like
handle
that. There's
business.
no way I'm finna go in this bathroom and blow this man's bathroom up. There's no way that's about to happen. I like I'll go through the whole entire day and be like, I gotta go.
Culture's a big part of that. Culture's a big part of that. Some people think burping is rude, and some people think burping is a like sign of I really like this meal. And then some people are like, hey, if you fart in front of your significant other, that means y'all are close. But then some people just have some openly blatant, disgusting ass conversations about that snake that they left in the toilet too. So it's like,
we ain't doing no shit.
we
Like
ain't
that,
talking about that, or we're farting in front of each other, or what? So I think.
Wait, Adriana, farting in front of your man or no?
He doesn't fart in front of me.
See, I think it's a Mexican thing. Like
that is
no.
He's not Mexican. He's not Mexican.
Oh, that's right. He's Filipino. That's right. But okay.
I can see that as well.
But he will tell me about the logs. So
yeah, we tell each other about it, but we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna take a picture.
it's not even a big thing to me because, to be honest, when I was younger, me and my brother and sister, we were all about that. We were like, you're crackers. It was like we were like just crazy. And when I got with my husband, it just wasn't like that. It's not the same, but everything else, fair game.
My man say fart is normal.
It is normal, but he's just not much of a farter. Like he just doesn't do that. He burps a lot.
You would get more farts when you're not eating good. Mexicans and Filipinos eat pretty good.
That's true. That's true. We cook our own food mostly, so we don't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so both y'all are Mexican?
I'm Italian,
You Italian?
I'm
Heather?
Mexican.
You Mexican? Okay.
Mhm.
And y'all,
but my ex was Mexican.
y'all in the military with this guy here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we gonna like loosely, cause it's
They
a
not,
right.
they not coming.
Oh,
over
he
to the
he has one foot. He has like most of his leg out the door, and
Oh,
you
yeah, I
got
know
a
His
that.
toe.
leg,
He's
his
got a
whole
toe in
butt
the
cheek,
door right now.
his whole butt cheeks out.
Trust me, we know.
Yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah, we know.
Oh yeah, I didn't introduce myself. My bad. I work with him for sure. So
Y'all
Yeah.
tatted up,
Oh,
ladies.
Liz, Jesus
Y'all
Christ.
tatted up.
oh yeah,
You sure you ain't part of the mob or something? Jesus.
yeah.
You got way more than me.
Absolutely. I was like, well, give me a sleeve. Y'all just inspiration. I'm
You
a
know
dude.
what? We really hitting some
Topics here.
stereotypes right now, huh?
Oh,
Women in the military, we all tried it out.
Just so,
Just don't
oh
burn the
man, look, if y'all hit a bump and that fart come out in the car, I'm sorry. It is gonna happen.
Hey, and I'm a lock.
It's happened accidentally before, and then we just laugh about it. But
Yeah. I'm
that's
locking.
when you turn the song up.
Let the windows down.
That was my favorite part.
Look, I'm finna tell y'all a story. So, Travis and I, what grade was that we was in? Cause of
We went to Central.
high school. Yeah, it was in high school.
We
It
was
was in
ninth grade.
ninth grade. We had
Yeah, ninth
history with Miss Grossman.
what?
What?
I can't even understand him. He's laughing.
He's goofy. He is so
I'm
goofy.
trying to remember the story you're talking
The
about.
men in my family are like the goofiest people I've ever met. The men in my family are so
Me and Carlos, we was all in the same grade. We had some of the same classes together, so
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
an experience. Ninth
They
grade
let
was
y'all be
different.
in the same class together, knowing y'all was related.
I would have
Oh,
never
shit.
graduated if I had classes of my own family. I wouldn't have
Oh,
graduated.
shit. That was too fun.
Yeah. So
And we had gym together.
yeah, and we had history. So we was in Miss Grossman's class, history class, and
Shout out to Miss Grossman.
Oh, Ms. Grossman. 'Cause I already
I love Miss Grossman. Like she was one of my favorite teachers. But I can't remember what we were going over. It was a pretty dry subject, and I love history, so I was into it, but it was a dry segment. But cuz he went to sleep. And he was sleeping good too. He was sleeping. You know, we had the desks at that time. My desk had the little plastic chair attached to the
to the tabletop.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
okay.
and so cuz was sleeping good, and I'm trying to figure out what we reading about, and all of a sudden you just hear pow. Cuz loose in class that echoed off the chair.
I got that shit.
Oh, it's so loud. And then he woke up and looked around and was just like, damn.
That would have embarrassed me and I would have gone back to school. I would have had to get my GED.
Left the
man,
school. Left the school.
Let me tell you
I
something.
no longer attend this school.
I think
Hey,
a
let me
man
tell
can
you
get away
something.
with that a whole lot easier
Back
than a
then-
woman would.
Oh
Back
yeah.
then, I was poor. I didn't give a damn, boy. I didn't care. And man, nobody say nothing to because I was ready to fight.
Boy, I couldn't
Great.
Oh God!
loudest fart I ever heard in my
Boy, I
life.
can't believe you remember that shit.
Hey, yeah, it hit that motherfucker.
So
Anyway,
love farting around your partner.
that's part of it. And
That's
I,
part of it.
Yeah, because
For
it's
some people. For some people.
those sophomore type of things, the juvenile type of stuff that is vulnerable because we ain't nothing more or less than big kids. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all we all are, and
I play all the time.
that's forced to adult every now and again. But
True.
Mhm.
all big
Like I
kids.
love laughing and playing around like with my husband. Like that's like one of the best times in the world to me. But
Right.
I don't want to be old. I just want to, I love having fun, laughing,
absolutely.
jokes, all that. Like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
She
I was
get
just
serious and
thinking
get
about the
mad. I don't be caring.
over here. Like we had like a time. Like I love being around y'all. Like and I was just thinking about that the other day. I'm like, Trav was just sitting over there, just chill. Him and Alex with their bellies out.
Hanging out, drinking.
She had a
carrying-
baby yet?
She did.
She ready to drink again.
Yes.
Thank the Lord. How y'all
Yeah.
none of y'all hey, all y'all sat around there. Why Alice not drink? Why you ain't drinking? I'm up here thinking myself, y'all don't see this fucking belly on her. She
I didn't say
pregnant
that. I already.
motherfucker.
And what make it so bad is she had to. We were talking to Messenger the other day, and she told me, and I had just forgotten
That she had a baby.
that she was pregnant. I had forgot. I asked. I was like,
You had a drink. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's-
she drink, bro.
Al, did you tell me not to tell nobody or something? Because I can't remember us having that conversation at all. I don't know. She was like, no. Like, oh well, yeah. Well, I ain't tell nobody. I don't know what happened. But Adrian, Heather, if y'all ain't doing nothing next week, my family gonna be here. We're gonna be hanging out, cooking, barbecuing, popping off fireworks with kids, and
Having a ball.
It would be a good time. We love to meet you guys.
I'm
I'll
gonna tell my
come.
husband because
We-
Justin.
Wait, did you invite Danny V?
Danny ain't gonna be here.
Wow. I don't know if I can make it.
Jesus jumped up. Jesus jumped up. Danny's a
No, I'll come by.
all right. That's one of my buddies. He's an artist out in California, and he's on tour right now. And that's her love interest. I guess I don't know. Stalkish shit. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Miss
She's
Stalker.
down. She's
Number one
down there
stalker.
not ready to come because he ain't gonna be there. So
You only miss the shots you don't take. Shoot your shot.
That's true.
You only
Kobe.
miss the shots you don't take. That's all I'm gonna
That's
say.
true. That's true. I picked up my husband on the dance floor.
Uh-oh. Dropping like it was hot.
The first move.
Oh Lord.
Club too. I wasn't even trying to meet nobody.
Me either. That's when it happens. That's when
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah. So Danny V. That's her love interest. So Zoe's a good friend of mine. He whenever I'm doing stuff with music, he's with me as well. Me, him, and our brother Manny. That's our trifecta. And Danny V is the artist that man Manny is working with. Really great guy. Did an interview with him a while ago, as a matter of fact. And I'll probably go back out to California in a few months to go hang out with them and work on some stuff. But
And I will carry your bags.
Like a caddy.
Don't mind me.
look, this Mike calling now.
he was supposed to hop on.
What's up, brother?
He was
Oh,
hop on.
love them.
Man, I want to hear your conversation.
I love them. No. I hope y'all get to come over. It'd be great to meet y'all in person.
How long are you gonna be
Oh.
here?
I'll get there Thursday evening, and we're going to be there through Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Bet. Yeah, we gonna go over to Freeman Park.
I have to work still.
Ah, that sucks. We're gonna get the paddle boats.
They
We gonna,
have paddle boats there?
yeah,
Look, I never knew that.
yeah. That's where I usually do my 6 mile loop. And
I've watched
Where?
it before,
Freedom
but
Park?
Freeman Lake.
yeah,
I've never been
I
there.
never knew they had paddle boats there.
yes, they put them up during the late fall and bring them back out in the spring.
Dang, I would die right now though. This heat is something different.
Yeah, try when y'all.
Because he's not watching my podcast.
Is it hot in Kentucky?
Right now it is. Yeah,
it is.
it's like the devil's outside having fun.
Right. Next week it's gonna
Talking
be
about the heat earlier. If it's that ungodly heat we got her in Missouri, honey.
Well, I mean, it's probably not that different.
the same humidity is what kills you.
We got a bunch of humidity here in Arkansas.
Yeah, we
It's
about to
terrible.
flipping nasty river.
Right. So it'll be in the 80s when y'all get here. It'll be in the 80s. So
It's not gonna. I don't care how hot it is. It ain't gonna stop me from having fun.
I know
Yeah.
that's right.
Right.
we're gonna
I'm definitely gonna have to stay hydrated because I'm definitely gonna be drinking.
I got
Yeah,
some
you won't
tequila-
notice the
I got
heat
some
if you're
tequila. I
intoxicated.
want you to try too.
Oh,
say what?
you know we love the tequilas.
I know we're gonna drink. We're gonna drink a lot of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bring. Uncle was supposed to hop on over to Keetrick. He was supposed to hop on. I'm gonna ask him why he ain't jump on. So,
Let-
but that's our hour. That's our hour. I absolutely.
we are
That's
at
all we get to be on is an hour.
I mean, I don't want to take up. I got my kids upstairs waiting for me, and
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like,
Okay.
we got
You've been
to.
holding a fart for an hour and 15 minutes. He's gotta go.
Your stomach hurting.
Oh, y'all graduate y'all's class last week.
Oh, we just graduated today.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I'll process them tomorrow. Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
had just gone home and I saw the
So we don't-
highlight, and I was like, man, this is one of my favorite. I didn't know I could just hop on. I thought I had to be invited to hop on. So.
nope. We always put that link in the comments. Hop on whenever you feel the need to say something.
Oh
Yes.
shit! I'm thinking, man. Okay,
No.
you're right.
Yeah, that's why I put the link there. And if there's a topic that you want to talk about, by all means, shoot it to us. Let me know. Send it to me in a text. We'll push it out when we meet, so we can get our thoughts together, and we can
Okay.
get.
So the next topic will probably be like Danny V and Heather's wedding plans. What type of dress and style?
I need to.
Show them tattoo.
People, and can she?
Hey, she risking it all right now.
Yo, shot girl. Only miss the shots you don't take.
Be like, you can't never come out here to Kentucky to visit me, my man.
I'm feared for your life.
Right, there's gonna be a whole ass problem.
You're gonna have a protective order.
But we are at Final Thoughts, family, and I'm glad that y'all are here for it. And so let's get our final thoughts in. We got two new panelists tonight. And so with that being said, Heather, your final thoughts will be first. You've seen the podcast before, so you know what final thoughts is. Let's get it.
Final thoughts. Love is everything. But you got to communicate. Communication is key.
That's it?
That's it. That's all I got. I mean, if you can get down communication with your partner, I think you're golden.
There you go.
All
Short
right,
and sweet.
I can dig. Yeah. A3?
I think that at the end of the day, when you choose somebody, you're choosing them for a reason, and you have to remove your ego, right? You're not in competition. It's important for couples or, any relationship to respect each other, be vulnerable, but also be selfless. And
I love that.
let people
Talk your
know.
shit. Talk your shit. I like that.
You gotta love with all your heart, right? Because we're here one day and gone the next. So keep it all out there. If they do you dirty, that's on them. That's on you. You can walk away with a clear conscience. That's all I got.
All right. Try. Actually, you're going to go after Wanda.
Why would you do that? My final thoughts are love is not all you need in a relationship. And to make a relationship work, you got to be able to put together all those puzzle pieces to make that relationship work. Also, Heather, get Danny V, girl. Shoot that shot. Slide at them DMs, mama. Do what you got to do.
Cool for him.
Sliding them DMs. And also, don't forget to brush and floss at least twice a day. Oral health is overall health, and those are my final thoughts.
Man, get your ass off here with that shit.
Y'all better stop brushing y'all damn teeth. Y'all see what I be going through at work.
I see it. I saw what you sent that one time, and I
And I
had
was sitting it. I don't brush and floss.
I'm gonna say this. Make sure the person that you're choosing, make sure you become friends with them and communicate. Get to know each other before you get into get anything deeper than what you might expect it might be, because you could be going into some shit that's crazy, and if you don't know that person, you're gonna be messed around and heartbroken. You can't stand people in general, so please get to know the person that you feel like you're gonna love. Communication always key, and always have self accountability. Like, always looking yourself in the mirror before you go charging or judging at somebody else. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do to make sure shit is run right. Make sure that the train on the track and it keeps going. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
And that's all I got.
I can dig it. So for my final thoughts, like I was saying before, define what it is love looks like to you. In Greek, right? There are multiple different ways of describing love. Eros, philia, storge, ludus, agape, pragma,
I know that one.
and
Thank
those-
you. Bye.
yeah, but those are the ones that I know off the top of my head, right? And they all have different characteristics of what love actually means and stands for. And if you can figure out the different characteristics of love and you can define those different characteristics and interact with them, right? Because there's one specifically designed and talks about a love of self. There's agape, the love that you have for your God, philios, the brotherly love, so on and so forth. These are different definitions, characteristics of love, and something that we don't pay attention to, and that's why the English language does not do a good job with actually defining what love is. But if you take time to study that and figure that out, define what love is for you, figure out the boundaries of love, then you'd be able to move forward a bit differently, because love is not enough in a relationship. It's not. Because if you forget who you are because you're in a relationship, you can't love anybody else if you don't love. What's up, Cuzzo? If you don't love yourself, if you're not in love with yourself, you can't love anybody else any further than what you know. We can't teach, be, or do anything outside of who and what we are. We can't. And so if you're not taking the time out to figure that stuff out for yourself before you move into another aspect of life, so that you can give that to somebody else, you're gonna be making somebody else struggle right along with you. And so those are my final thoughts. MC, what's up, Cuzzo? I see.
World, baby. That world, baby. Wanda.
Hi.
See you. I got something special. Boy, next week, baby.
For
Next
sure.
week, baby.
Hey, we're gonna have some fun next week, fam.
It's
Gonna be a good weekend next week, bro.
Yeah.
You should get a slip and slide.
I'll get my fat ass on it too.
I got 2 slip and slides. I got 2.
We're gonna have some fun.
We can make a slip and slide. I got that little hill at the yard. We gonna make it happen.
Dang, he's gonna retire even earlier.
I'm about to do an LOD, another LOD line of duty.
Hey, I'm already at 100. Get no further.
Heather, we're gonna look out the door and the whole town's gonna be red.
I know, it's gonna be crazy.
Like, it's finna be a blast.
I can't wait. That's cool. I love it. I love my family so much. So to see that's what drew me towards your podcast, is that family bond that you have. And I love to see y'all interact. It's beautiful.
Oh shit. Fat Tune invite him to the reunion?
No, I don't think I'm finna invite them to the reunion.
They ain't ready for that shit.
Christ.
I had 4 days of not sleeping.
Sounds like my family on a normal weekend.
Right. It's gonna be wild. Oh my God. And it's only 2 hours south.
So much bad influencing going on.
Hey,
Yeah.
you expecting a bunch next week or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I am.
Because it's us. I know it's my group is 4.
Yeah.
Is
So
Alice coming?
yeah. Al coming. I got to get back with Dirt, but him and Kiana supposed to be coming with the twins.
I don't think Dirt coming, fam.
He might not.
Yeah, I don't think he coming.
That's
I'm gonna
cool.
say goodnight to y'all. It was great.
All right,
Thank
yeah, we'll talk about it. In a
Hey,
little.
it's nice meeting. Hey, listen, I hope y'all come by next week and meet us because I really like to meet y'all in person. Y'all super cool, super dope. I like the way y'all think and all that good stuff.
Thank you. I will. I will stop by. I don't know if it'll be on the 4th, but I'll definitely stop by.
Yeah, come by. With that being said, hey, as always, family, we thank y'all for coming out, and hanging out with us. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to hang out with us, and we appreciate it. With that being said, thank y'all for coming out. God bless and good night.
Good night,
Hey.
Russell.
Thanks for having us.